Oh, was that?
Kpro cow powwow. Kpro cow powwow wow. It's the Kpro cow powwow wow. They wanna find the treasure, they wanna find it now. They are Kpro and they are cow. They're going over it and over it and over it again. This treasure hunt created by Forrest Fenn. Sing it! Kpro cow powwow. Kpro cow powwow wow. It's the Kpro cow powwow. Marion and Indy are what they're like, although their real names are Christy and Mike. Can they pin down the treasure? They just might. Tune in to find out Monday nights. Kpro cow powwow. Kpro cow powwow wow. It's the Kpro cow powwow.
Here he comes.
Hey, everybody.
Hey.
Just got an email from Dolos, so that's breaking news. We'll talk about that later on. Let me get back in here real quick. Literally just ran in the door, so sorry for the delay. That was all on me, not Kpro. Kpro was ready and willing and able.
Well, to be very fair, when I'm on the West Coast, when it's 6 o'clock, that's like in the midst of dinner and kids and activities and things. Here, everybody's chilling. Everybody's good for the, I mean,
he's done with everything.
Dishes are done. I'm like, so I do have to say, when I was West Coast for a little bit, that was a little tough. So we don't blame you. No one said anything. I won't tell anybody. Yeah, they weren't anxious. So
that's right, Xfinity, and I'll talk about that in a minute. All right, I'm going to make some coffee. Be right back. Because you love it so much.
I'm good.
No, don't play it. Okay, go ahead. You talk to him, Gabriel.
No, I want to talk. I'm ready. Like I was ready 5-7 minutes ago. No offense, my friend. Okay, so Michael probably asked me about. We have not talked about all of these things today. So I am right now going to go over a few things, and then we are going to dive into things such as Theodosia. Yeah. Hold on just a second, y'all. Now I have my own issue. Sorry, we have lots of things happening. Okay, so I have a Theodosia update that I want to give. I'm going to wait until Mike is back. He knows a little bit of it. I did go boots on the ground. I do not have the treasure. I do think there was a rather significant breakthrough. That's just my opinion. I won't say from who, because that's actually what we need to talk about too, is what gets shared, what doesn't. Is it going to be recorded? Is it not? It has not been recorded. There'll be a few things here and there discussed, but for the most part, I have a Theodosia update. Mike really wants to get into Mr. Clue, and I'm fine with that. I think a lot of you, yeah, chasing Indy. It was a 4-hour Zoom. It was supposed to be a 1-hour Zoom, and it ended up being a 4-hour Zoom. I will say, for the people that thought I was going boots on the ground for them, we kind of threw out their spots, and for some really good reasons. And then I went boots on the ground for the whole group, and I will give that update tonight.
Theodosia?
Yeah, I was talking about Theodosia. I wanted to wait for the actual update. Oh, Holly, just you wait. I like your song on Thor. oh, just you wait.
Yeah, we got a new song coming, everybody. But that's all we'll say at this time. You guys,
Mike, I can't believe you said that. Okay. You can keep a secret if one of them is not Mike.
It's late for the show. So I will say about Theodosia, you know, we did that Zoom. I think you guys were on for like 3 hours or something. And in the middle of the Zoom, I kind of said, I don't like it. I don't like the treasure hunt, and I got off. Well, maybe I don't like it was the wrong thing to say. The Theodosia is very hard because I don't see in that PDF where it tells you to go. It's not like Forrest Fenn's poem. Forrest Fenn's poem was ambiguous. You could make it fit anywhere, but at least there were 9 clues that we were to follow. With Theodosia, I can't tell what the clues are in the PDF. There's nothing that says begin it or do this or look for this. It's just a story, and you're just supposed to figure out where to go. So to me, when I said it's not a good treasure hunt, it's just it may be a great treasure hunt if maybe in that Jack Frost poem, Jack Frost, I got that right? In that Jack
Sure.
Frost poem, there's a code or something like that.
I
It's
don't put
I don't
down
know.
your beacon star. I just say there's many rides. This one is not for me. You should say it that way
Not
because some of us might like it. And I'm actually ending up, I think Indy says this. She loves it, but she hates it. I'm starting to hate it, but I love it, but I hate it. Many people said, you just said you weren't going boots on the ground. Yeah, I got drawn back in, and I may just be going on Wednesday. I may,
Going
I'm
boots on the ground again.
yeah, because I
Find
do have
it.
to say, guys, I found something, and Logical is here. I totally need to talk to you, and I need to talk to Indy, and I need to talk to Casey, and I need to talk. Like there was 10 of us in the chat, and we had so much to say. And yeah, okay,
Yeah,
there we go.
you're right, Amy. Amy Seeks. I do prefer a more structured hunt. That's all. I just like knowing this is what you solve, and it's hard to solve. Not read this and figure out what you got to solve. It's just different. But that's kind of how Vegas die is. So I guess it just if I would lived in the city like you do, Kpro, I'd be all over Theodosia. But
Right,
because
and
it's
that's the
way
hard
over
part.
there,
Yeah.
that's why I
Well,
can't.
but just like Beacon Star, I don't say I hate Beacon Star because I happen to really like Randy, and I really like the idea of his hunt. It's the right. He's given us a city. He's given us a short book. He doesn't share anything. I like it, except for it's all cipher based. Now, do I say I don't get it? I hate it. You are terrible. No, I just say that's not the ride for me. But God, I got a fella that loves your ride and he won't get off your ride. He loves it. And I'm going to go and check out a couple of the other rides like you do at Disneyland or whatever
So
amusement park you're in.
speaking of rides, what's the one ride that you hated to ride when you were a kid? What's the one ride in the amusement park that you just did not like at all? Do you have one?
Merry-go-round. Yes.
Merry-go-round. How can you not like the merry-go-round?
It was boring.
Oh, okay, that's
I
fair.
wanted the log ride. I wanted the one that goes upside down. I wanted the one that now I don't. Okay, I'll tell you the other one. We went to the one that killed those people and like chopped them in half. And you're like, oh, let's go
Adventure
on.
Dome?
They figured that out. And I'm like,
It's
once
big.
a
Well,
ride kills someone and chops them in half, I will never like that ride.
carnival workers, most trustworthy people on the planet.
Oh,
For me, it was a stupid ride where you would get up and stand against the wall and it would spin and the floor would drop and you were stuck to the wall. One, I never stayed on the wall. I would fall, I'd slide down, and plus I'd throw up. So I cannot, anything that spins now, I can't do it. So that's the ride I hated even when I was a kid. Candy says, I'm still waiting for my Chaseopoly to be delivered. If you guys see, they all went.
oh.
All the ones I had packaged, which are 16 games. 16 games went to the post office today. I got to send people their tracking numbers, and actually, Graviton. That's right, Copper Dan. Whatever that is, I hated that thing. What would be better is if you want your tracking number, email me at chaseopoly@gmail.com.
Well, and some people have messaged me, are they shipped? And I'm like, 6 went one day, 8 went one day, 15 went one day. I do have to say there's a lot more orders than we anticipated. They're still going out and all of that. So, but that's Mike's department. So email.
Redneck Express does the chops people in half ride. What? You mean at Adventure Dome? That one?
The one that killed someone in Vegas, and we were there like the week before with the kids.
It didn't kill them, but they were, yeah. We were like,
they were
already
maimed,
disabled before they went on it. Yeah, it was pretty funny. But anyway, yeah.
funny.
By Thursday, everybody, all the Chaseopolies, all the Vegas dies, everything will be in the mail by this Thursday. Now, Friday's a holiday. And I only play that is because the post office is closed. I'm glad it's a holiday, but the post office will be closed. So, yeah, everything will be in the mail by this Thursday. Email me if you want your tracking number. I'm happy to send it. Thank you, everybody, for your patience. I know it's been a couple of weeks. I know it has been for me, but I'm getting it done. Okay. And should I even say it? Chaseopoly is still available if anybody still wants to order one. $29.99. Just email chaseopoly@gmail.com. Okay, that's the little housekeeping stuff we do.
Okay.
Also, you should thumbs up the video and super chats on in case you have something you need to
And
say.
I'm ornery tonight.
Eleanor, I did see the latest Beacon Star video, and we will talk about that.
Oh,
What we decided to do
yes.
today was just talk about clues for all these active treasure hunts. I just got an email from Dolos, from the Enigma for Dolos. I will read that email to everybody. There's a little mini hunt coming up for $100, which could even be happening tonight. So I will give you guys the
You don't know. You
heads
don't
up.
know. Just like Mr. Clues, Monday and Thursday. Do you find that a coincidence? Love you, Mr. Clues. Monday and Thursday. We happen to go on Monday and Thursdays. Usually at 6, unless Mike gets stuck in traffic. And then it's 6:02. Okay.
I got to give a big thank you to Melissa. I met Melissa over at the park. I gave her her
Yes.
Chaseopoly and her Vegas die because it's in person. And she, can I say? I'll show
I
you
don't
what you
know.
gave me, but yeah, I didn't know if it was a secret. So maybe she's in the chat. I wasn't sure if it was a secret what you gave Kpro, but let me show you guys what she gave me. So I'll be right back.
Oh, wow. Okay. As that goes on, let's see. No, I want to jump into several things. So, what is the Jefferson cipher wheel for? Holly, you just spoke Chinese to me. I don't know about a Jefferson cipher wheel. Is that the thumbnail? I don't know. You tell me. Okay.
What's that? What happened?
What is the, okay, this might actually be over to you. What is the Jefferson cipher wheel?
The Jefferson cipher wheel. Wasn't that in
Was that your thumbnail? The cover photo?
it probably was. And all that was
Okay.
the thumbnail I picked.
Yeah. So it's nothing.
Oh,
There's no
yeah.
there there.
Yeah, there's no there. I just picked a cool picture. But since we're talking about codes and puzzles and treasure hunts, but to answer your question, the Jefferson's wheel was 36 cylindrical wooden pieces, each threaded onto an iron spindle. So think of it as a combo lock. And the letters of the alphabet were inscribed on the edge of each wheel in a random order. And turning these wheels would unscramble and scramble the word. That's all. It's just think of it as a cryptex. But Thomas Jefferson built one, and it was 36 letters long, 36 pieces long.
That's exciting.
It's funny.
We do those. I did a escape room recently with both the kiddos, and it had a mini one of those. There you go. There you have it.
This is what Melissa gave me. Isn't that awesome? For those who know, in the late 70s, early 80s, for those who watch Stranger Things on Netflix, these are two of the original Dungeons and Dragons books from
awesome.
the late 70s. Mr. Gary Gygax right there. So that's awesome. This reminds me of my kids so much, of my childhood, because that's what we played. You know, I was kind of a single kid, so I used to just read through the books. I really didn't have too many friends to play, but I would just read the books over and over, design my own dungeons. And yeah, it's just cool stuff. So thank you very much, Melissa. I appreciate it.
That is awesome.
And what I had said in our other videos, anybody wanted to send anything for my birthday, which happens to be a week from
He's 50
tomorrow.
in 8 days, guys. And
Go ahead. No, anything Dungeons and Dragons related. That's all. I like the little miniatures. I should probably show you guys some of the ones I have. Little miniatures are good. Anything from D&D. Also, coffee. Czar last year, for my birthday last year, gave me the Keurig maker. So any of those little cups of coffee, send coffee in the mail. You guys know I like that. So there you go.
Yeah.
And thank you for anybody who does send something. I know Tony Hinman reached out and said package in the mail. I have no idea what it is, but when I get it, I will show
that might be the donation for the Yellowstone, which I'm going to talk about tonight too. We have so much to talk about. Yeah. And I will say, those of you that know my world right now, I am not going to be in town for Mike's 50th, which I'm very upset about. But it's called life.
That's life gets in the way, doesn't it?
Life gets in the way, and we have kids as a priority first. So we are dealing with that. So I will not be there. I'm going to try to figure out what to do, because last year was kind of a fun. This year I might not get there for your birthday, but if you guys have ideas, also message me. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you like the Dunkin' K-Cups or any specific flavor for your coffee?
I like light coffee. I don't like dark coffee. I don't like flavored coffee either. Sorry. So just like Dunkin', was it Green Mountain? Anything that's light. Or if there's something like, you got to try this because it's awesome, send it in a Keurig cup and I'll drink it. And as you can see, the boys grabbed all these boxes and we're making a little fort. So that's what this is. That's like their play area back there. So pretty cool.
I was going to say, there's also a backstory to that, but that's also, when you're in a nice big home, sometimes things happen to those homes and they have you move stuff around, and you just do that, but you have a nice big home. So
Jingle Bell Rock Princess, the JBR Princess, thank you. If that was serious, she says somebody keeps bidding on all the D&D pewter lots on eBay. Actually, I'm going to show you guys some of the miniatures. So go ahead, Kpro. You kick us off into whatever treasure hunt we're going to go over first. Did you already talk about Theodosia? That's done?
No, I wanted you to hear the update, but that's okay. Dungeons and Dragons is going to prevail. He's okay. Here he goes. He's getting his geek on, and I love it. And that's what I love about him. He's my nerd. He's my geek. I love it. let's get us. Oh yeah, Copper Dan, you're funny. Haha. Yeah. Okay. Actually, that's all by remote Zoom now, Copper Dan, which I think is funny. Okay, so let's talk Theodosia first. So Theodosia, I told you guys last week, I was kind of hanging up my hat because I'd gone around it around, and I shared a lot of my information that I'd gotten back and forth from H. I went back over that. So there was about 10 of us in the chat. I will say there was at least one, maybe more, that also had some communication with H, and it made some things click. One of the things was, and I'm not going to share too much because I want to talk to the group about what we're going to share and what we won't, but is you really need to know the man. It's not as much about a pirate that is putting the treasure in its spot. It is H that's putting his treasure in his spot. And then that made me think, H and I were actually talking about kids, and he had sent me an article about a fundraiser that he did in Cary, where he fundraised for over $1 million and lots about it. I didn't actually click on the article because I felt a little odd. I didn't want to research him. I wanted to more research Theodosia, etc. But after that information came in, and you're in the room, if you want to disclose who you are, I am up for that. I just don't know if you want it disclosed. So that's up to you. I went, oh my gosh, I need to click on this. The link was dead by this time. This site has gone down, but we figured it out, and we found where he had done this fundraiser and the personal connection he had to a certain place. Now, if this hunt, okay, the person is Indy. Indy says, go for it. Indy is the one that got the information of, you really need to understand the man. You need to understand H. It's not a pirate that's just putting the gold. So we were so grateful that she shared, because that put us on a whole different tangent. And once we started really looking at that tangent, it took us to a whole different area of Cary that happens to be within like 2 miles of my house, which is awesome.
That's the cool part.
Yeah. So I went boots on the ground. I will say, for those of you, I haven't gotten back to you yet because we're going to do another update on Saturday. I believe this is the location. I talked to someone yesterday and gave them the information I had. They went boots on the ground today. They did not find it today. Also, somebody else that's on the Facebook went to the same location. It seems to all be pointing to one location. Now, if you take, I hate to say, don't look at Theodosia. If you look at the private information that he has given, or the correspondence that he's given, which again, I don't think he does for the future hunts, it narrows it down to one spot. And it is now just metal detect in that spot. I wanted to meet that searcher. It is literally Nemo in my backyard. I can't quite walk to it, or the walk would be a little longer than I want. And so I actually have something happening tomorrow. Wednesday, probably late afternoon, is when I'm going to be heading out with the kids, with the metal detector. We have a couple of locals that might want to come with me. There was a local on the Zoom. I'm up for who we just want this solved as far as I'm concerned.
Is this a location we did not discuss before I got off? This is a new location?
Oh, this was 3.5 hours in. You were not in there more than 14. No.
I always wanted to go do something. That's really why I got off.
I wish you weren't a liar.
I'll say this, Candy, you're in the chat. If you think it's a good idea, I would talk to H. Isn't it been out there 4 years, or this is the 5th year? Whatever it is.
Yeah.
If the date that he hid the Theodosia cache, if he knows the actual date that he hid it, has not transpired yet, if it's between now and the end of the year, maybe he could give a hint on the anniversary day that he hit it. You know, and you publish it in the group or in a video or whatever.
That would be cool.
Since it's been so many years, everybody's all over Cary and nobody can seem to find it. Maybe he'd give a hint. I think that'd be pretty cool. And it doesn't be a hint to this is where it is, but maybe it's a hint to what we're missing in the PDF or something. I don't know.
Yeah, no, Nemo says just start checking literally my backyard. No, it's not literally in my backyard. It is less than 2 miles away, I believe. And we're actually trying to play with the numbers. So he added some things to the original story, and a couple of them are numbers, and we're doing some play on those numbers. So let's see, since 2016, I don't know. I tried on Saturday and he said no, haha. Yeah.
Number 4 been out there. Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think we might be, and here's the thing. I think the group Saul is going to bring it home.
And I
in my
think
opinion.
same with Beacon Star. With a lot of these treasure hunts, I think a group solve is what it takes. Captain Marvel says not in Cary, in my opinion.
Captain Marvel, I have heard directly from him, and he's been public in an interview that said Cary. When I went to Apex, which was a mile out, he's like, Cary is not Apex. And I'm like, but it's close. He's like, Cary. I was like, okay. Maybe he is. I don't think he seems to be the type. He seems to want to be genuinely helpful, not deceitful. So maybe he's told many searchers and the press that it's in Cary, and he has a connection with his daughter in Cary, and his daughter actually works in Cary, and there is a school that he did a fundraiser to in Cary. I have to tell you, if it ends up not being in Cary, I'm never doing one of your hunts ever again. If he purposely tells us the wrong city, that would be
Delos Harbor. That all should be in the book, I would hope, because that's a huge one. But William says, when is the next Zoom group for Theodosia?
I think same bat time and same bat channel.
Which was Saturday at noon, my time, 3 p.m.
Yes.
Yeah. If you guys want to get together again on Saturday and just talk it out, and I guess really talk about the boots on the ground that have occurred in the last 7 days, that's cool.
Yeah.
Again, I have the group of the original people. If anybody else wants to join in, just email me, cowlazars@gmail.com.
Yeah, and William, it is not the hotel school. We went down that rabbit hole for a little bit, and that didn't pan out in the same, in the same way.
And Lisa Wilson says, I wouldn't participate in the hunt where the creator gave hints to people privately. I understand that reasoning. All I can say is H seems like an honest, upfront person. He just wants somebody to find it. It's not a.
But the cool part is
Indies, like it's in a negative way. Just like Forrest Fenn has talked to people about certain things, and some people had a problem with that. But it is.
Yeah, well, and Indy's going to do a compilation of all of that came out to confirm what has and what hasn't. Nick, does the school name even have a connection to the BDF? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. And that makes it even more exciting. So when I got to this landmark, I was like, because he said landmark, I was like, oh, this has to be it because it's right here. And I didn't realize. Okay. Give out the highway hint. Okay. Also, something else that Indy shared is it's not on a highway, but it's next to a highway. Now, how far is next to a highway? That could help some. H ruled out Hinshaw Bridge to me. That is a major landmark. And I was out there for many hours metal detecting there. And he ruled that out to me. I don't know if he's going to confirm that or not.
I will give out the website, everybody, which is Chasing Indies website, so that you guys could look up the PDF yourself. Let me bring it up right now.
Yeah, and this is a hard one for me because it's interesting because I put out a good 10 hints that I got. And then when others started sharing their hints, I'm like, hey, that's not fair. I didn't have that. And then I was thinking, it's kind of unfair. Some people don't have anything. And then it is hard. I do have to agree. If this one was not literally within 5 miles of me at the most, I would have a hard time as well. So I appreciate and understand that.
Okay. So this is Chasing Indies website. You go to Treasure Man Caches right here.
Yeah.
And these are all there's H himself. And then you go down to the different hunts, and we are talking about Theodosia. These other ones are still going on. I really don't know much about the other ones, but we could talk about those another time. And this is the PDF. You download the PDF, and there it is. You try and figure it out from there. So, Theodosia.
And he's confirmed it's a cache, PVC pipe, buried, requires a metal detector, all of that. That is how I'm learning a metal detector, because I have to say, wow. Okay, so 4-hour Zoom, pertinent information was shared. One of the things that we have to discuss, though, as a group, some people said there was 10 or 12 of us in there at any given time. Some people talked more than others. Is that okay? Should we make some rules? What does it mean? Should we be sharing the private information in a public show? We need to talk about that next time. So, and not go 4 hours as well. We kept trying to get off, but it was so exciting. It was fun to have those breakthroughs. And I've heard you and Beacon Star do that. You've done that.
We've had a 2-hour Beacon Star. That's right. Because there's just so much to go over. And that Beacon Star takes place Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Okay, let's jump into Dolos. Since I got an email, let me read the email. He says, hey, Mike, I noticed you guys were discussing the site tonight. I want to thank you for helping promote Dolos. The amount of love and positivity I've received has been amazing. After 2,000 plus visits to the website, Dolos has proven to be difficult. So to celebrate this week, I'm hosting a scavenger hunt on the website. I'll be hiding a picture on the site, and the first person to find it and email me will receive $100. Tell everyone to keep an eye on their emails for the announcement and instructions on how to play, the time, and the date. What that means is for you to get the email, you've got to register on the website, which
Got
I'm
it.
registered, and we get updates. So this is the website. It's called the Enigma of Dolos.com. There, and then he's just added this recently. There are hints sprinkled throughout this site. If you can find them, they're subject to change randomly.
Oh, I don't like that, but okay.
Why?
Well, what if I'm at work? Okay, like I remember doing Mysterious Writings Hunt, and before I could get home, it was solved. What if I'm at work for 3 hours when one is put up and then it disappears? Oh, I have Wayback Machine. He's not going to be able to get
Well,
around.
but he says they move. I'm assuming it's the same hints. They just
Oh,
move around.
okay.
But I don't. Yeah, again, I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
So this is it. If you guys don't know, he has increased the prize.
Oh boy,
to $1,500. Everybody, it is not
Woo!
this big diamond. It is $1,500. It was started out as 1,100, but because of the activity, he's bumped it to 1,500. There's a cipher, which is here. Apparently, he's got a lot of info. There's a frequently asked question area now. How does the stanza poem solve the cipher? And you'll know. What do I do first? You should solve the cipher. How's the cipher work? The ring poem will tell you how to decipher the keys. So he's given us a lot more info, because I think a lot of people kind of saw this and were like, I don't know what to do. And I'll be honest, I've not had the time to sit down and really try and look at it yet. He does have these really cool videos down here. The one, is it here? Is it here?
Looks scary.
This one, this song, I can't play it because of copyright, but this song called Secret by the Pierces is a really cool song, cool video. You guys check that out.
Looks
If you get a chance.
scary.
There is a forum where you guys can actually post your questions here. I don't know if we've set something up on the Hit of Riches for Dolos.
Not on this one, but all the others I want you to show Thor later.
Yeah.
They are other than Vegas Die, which it's a little dormant. The other ones, the Secret, the Treasure Man caches, all the other ones, they're starting to get activity, which is super cool.
So these are all the people that have signed up. I thought I was in here somewhere. Look at all. Now, when I signed up, there was like 5 people. So yeah, we've gotten the word out. That's a pretty cool. That's from Bday, I believe. I'm in here somewhere. So yeah, you register here, and that's how you get emails.
Janet's on there.
There is something very cool that you guys might be interested in that he said in the future he will sell on this website. It is not part of the poem or the cipher. You can just buy it if you want to, but I'm definitely going to get one.
What is it?
Guys, I'm not going to tell you. I'll let him. That's his announcement to make. He's the one who's got to do that. So, because I have no idea timing if that's like.
Wait, so he gives you private information and he doesn't give it to others?
Well, I asked him, I said, when you go to my account, check it out, because I wanted to make sure this was legit. I said, there is.
Oh, I remember this. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a place where you can enter a credit card info. Where is it at? I can't remember where it is. There's my account right here. I can't remember where it's at, but there's a place for credit card info. And I thought, well, what is that all about? And he said, that's only because I want to sell something at a later date that people that are interested in treasure hunts might be interested in. I said, oh, that's a good idea. So
yeah,
that's all.
I like it.
The Enigma of Dolos.com. We're not going to get one of the clues on this one tonight, only because it looks a little complicated. Well, actually, we could read the poem, I guess. Let's see. You can call me Dolos. Dolos is actually a Greek god, if you look it up. Master of trickery and guile. I've risen from my tholos, which is a type of house or habitation, to write this poem full of wile. I can bring you fame where millions of colors become fervent. This is the beginning of my game. To find me, you must be observant. And it goes from there. And now we've got something written in red. We've got a combination. Solve this before I am dead. What he said is, if you solve this, you get a Gmail address. That Gmail address, you email him, and basically you win if you email him the solution. And I believe we get the Gmail from this poem, also this cipher. So really cool. This is a Forest Fen searcher, everybody, who said he just wanted to pay it forward in his own way. So he created this. And that's Enigma of Dolos. So everybody, there you go. Big Ball D says you can call me Dragon, Step Brothers. Galco. That's right. Wasn't it Galco? The wolf. Anyway. Carrie Galloway says, any new Forest Fen lawsuits? God, I hope not. You got any info on that?
Yes, there are no, from what I understand, there is no new filed lawsuits as of today. We are waiting the pending response from the Chicago lawyer, who is going to all of the YouTubes and still, as of yesterday, commenting and not doing what lawyers usually advise to kind of keep quiet during the lawsuit. The Hansen one was dismissed. The Arizona one, we are waiting on a response from Arizona on the response that Fenn has given. So we still have officially 2 lawsuits, but the one from the Chicago lawyer, she has 21 days. I think we're about 8 or 9 days in right now to respond. Otherwise, it may be dismissed due to lack of, I don't know what the terminology was, lack of substance.
And we've got a very new ride in the Treasure Hunting Amusement Park, one we have not talked about before. If you guys are in the Facebook group, Cowlazars and Kpro's Grand Adventure, you saw me post this. A searcher reached out, and it's called MSNOVRLND.com. Let me put that in the chat. It's kind of a small scale treasure hunt, but if you guys live next to a national forest, you might be interested, because what he has done.
Oh, Dolos is there. Hi, Dolos.
Yeah. Hey, how are you? Let us know if there's anything going on extra than what I said, or if I got anything wrong. Welcome to the quest. Let the adventure begin. What he's done is he's taken a coin and he has hidden one in each of the national forests that are in the world. So check it out. Again, it's just a coin. He didn't say what kind of coin. It could just be a dollar coin. It could just be like a token. It's nothing like value wise.
It could be $1 million coin. You don't know.
Never know.
You don't know.
And these are in this website, MSNOVRLND, which is Overland, MSNOverland.com. It looks like lying within the largest of the 48. Everything has to do with his father. Start with the university bearing his name, move southwest to this interpretive trail. It's little clues like that. And he's got them all over the US. Let me see if and then this is the guy here about me. He just thought, he likes traveling. He's a hiker. He likes hiking. And he just wanted to put a coin out in each of these. So check it out. These have been found. One here, the one outside of, well, it's not outside of Vegas. It's actually several hundred miles away. 3 coins have been found so far.
Nice.
But look at all these each line below contains 1 hidden coin. Look at all these. These are all the forests.
Oh, nice.
Coin. So yeah, if you guys can look at this when you have a chance, and if you live by one, I mean, why not take a look at the clues? Lewis and Clark, I'm assuming that's a park, or is that the trail? I don't know. But yeah, look at all these coins he's put out there for people to find.
Well, and this is one thing I want to say. A lot of people are asking if Mike and I will help them fundraise for a treasure hunt. You are able to go to Thor, you are able to go to the Facebook and do your fundraising phase of your search or your hunt. Once you get past that and you get to the point of you've launched, we will be happy to announce it, just like Mike did. We are not a part of it though. We are just, and we don't say authenticity or is it actually out there? Do we know all the details? We don't. We just want to get everyone to know what the amusement park has in their rides.
The info, that's all.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is that one. And then we come, which one do you want to do next, Kpro?
Do we want to do, so we really wanted to spend some time on Mr. Clues. I have about 10 other announcements. Do you want to do the 10 other announcements, or do you want to do Mr. Clues and then those at the end? What do you want to do?
This. Boom, look at that. D&D miniatures, that's right. They don't have to be the old school pewter ones. This is actually from a box set called Dungeon Command. There was a board game called Dungeon Command, and I've got all kinds of these. And these are little miniatures I'm talking about. It's just cool stuff. Look at this one. Boom. This is actually the box of the undead.
That is
so what I do is I play with these with the boys. They don't know how to play the real rules, but we roll the dice and we move them across the map and we have a lot of fun. So any little plastic miniature, please make them painted. I'm not going to go through and try and paint these because I'd probably suck at it. So
hey, that's what Sammy and I could do. You could send totally in.
Well, the old school ones are the old pewter ones, and you're actually supposed to paint them. These are the ones from the 70s and 80s. Now they're plastic. Now they have cards that come with them that have their stats as far as hit points and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's just stuff I like. And I've even thought of a grand adventure using these. So look for that.
And I do have to say there's a lot of them because I help Mike move. There's a lot of them. There's boxes of them. There's boxes of really
crap. Is that what you're about to say? This
yeah, well,
to me anyway.
I do have to say that was the joke about the comic books. You're like, there's $1 million of comic books in there. I'm like, okay. So yeah,
the cards. So in other words, they all have spells. They all have stats that you can use. It's just cool. Dungeons and Dragons role playing type stuff.
That is so
okay.
Cool.
So there's that. Just wanted to show you guys. All right, Mr. Clue. Is that what we said?
JB, our princess, and you know how important she is. You got an email from me earlier. She says Mr. Clue. That's all it takes because she's an important person in our life.
D&D is a crocodile dummy. Nice. Says my 15-year-old's into D&D big time. All I hear is D&D, blah, blah, blah. D&D is an awesome game because it uses your imagination. It's not like a game where it's all laid out. You make your own rules. There are rule books, but within those rule books, you make your own world. You do your own thing. So that's why I think personally D&D is a great game because it has
Well, here's a funny
developed
thing.
their imagination.
I'm going to say this with love because I love a nerdy guy right now. My brother was kind of Dungeons and Dragons guy, and all I know is him and all of his friends would come over and do all. I have no idea other than the term Dungeons and Dragons. When you went into there's figurines or whatever, they used to like get modems and tangent their or tie in their computers. They are all highly successful people now.
Right.
I wouldn't make fun of them. I would come in and be like, hey guys, how you doing? And but I have no idea what you're talking about, but I'm excited that my son has said he will get into it if you are, because you are the coolest thing since sliced bread to him. Video games, fun, all of that. You're just the cool cat.
Wait till I kill him off as a DM a couple times. Anyway,
oh my God, you're gonna kill who?
His character.
Okay.
Ready Player One. I saw the movie, but I did not read the book. Is the book worth reading? That's what people are saying. Is the book is where it was at. I saw the movie. Yeah, and that's awesome, Jack. That's what I like to do is look for collections. Just a box full of comics, a box full of role playing. You don't really know what's in it. You get it at a garage sale. You get it at wherever, Craigslist. You just see what's in there. And it's
okay. I want to make one more announcement before we dive into Mr. Clues, just because Amy Seek says you would like D&D role playing fun. Everyone click on Amy Seeks and go over to her latest video where she does conspiracy theories. And she is in like a prim and proper attire. And she's like, and this could be it, and this could be it, and legally we could think this. And then you see her in like hot red lipstick and her hair all done and a leather jacket, and she's like, but let's talk a little saucy. And she gets into like Shiloh, shy guy from the East. Let's get and she has the most fun because her first video I think was very heartfelt, and now she's having some fun with it. But she'll only do videos if people keep subscribing. So please, for me, if you do anything for me, click. Yeah.
Okay.
What?
All right, Mr. Clues. So for anybody who doesn't know, catch up. On YouTube, there is a YouTube channel called Mr. Clues. This is also a forest fence searcher who wanted to pay it forward once the thrill of the chase ended. I reached out to him. He did not reach out to me. He is Mr. Clue on YouTube. He says he's going to put out 12 clues, and those 12 clues will lead you to discussion. Will lead you to about it's here somewhere. It's probably in the how about it's in the video?
No, there's one in the about and there's one in the okay.
All right, sorry, it's here. Will lead you to 10 ounces of 24 karat gold that has been hidden somewhere in America. Simply follow the 12 clues, reach the location, and grab what is yours. Good luck. No trespassing on private properties needed. No climbing or digging is required. Mr. Clue. So the very first clue is to claim this gold. 12 clues are planned. You must be bold to search Will's land. Now, who is Will? That's what I want to know. That's the first thing we got to figure out is who the hell is Will? If you go to his page, let's just put it out there for everybody. There's a cipher right here.
Right.
This is a Vigneer, if I'm saying that properly, cipher.
Okay.
One of his other videos gives you the key word. This cipher is solved with a key word.
I heard that's 5, but I'm just saying.
5 what?
Clue 5 was the one that gives the clue to the first.
I meant to go through and actually write all these clues down, but I didn't have a chance. Yeah. So clue 5, let's take a look. He releases a clue Monday and Thursday of each week.
Shocking. And I love it. Monday and Thursday is the Treasure Hunt Amusement Park.
So check it out, and we'll just go through some real quick for anybody that hasn't caught up. Ask Blaze for help. Blaze is a person who invented a type of cipher. He understands the game. There are more than riddles here. Just use my name. So how would that work, Kpro? If he gives a hint,
you take that cipher, you take the Blaze cipher, you put it in Google, you find it, then you cut and paste this in, and you get a magical phrase that is so important.
What would the keyword be from that little video we just looked at? What would
Blaze, BLAISE cipher?
No, that's the cipher you use. That is not the keyword, if you will. You got to figure it out. I mean, I could give it to everybody. It's not that hard. But I will say,
Oh, that's always nice.
I mean, I can't give it away. Most people have it, I think. This solved has the word dendrodology in it. Actually, let me look that up and make sure I'm saying it right. Actually, it's dendrology. There we go. Which is the scientific study of trees. What? The
Forest
study
bend
of trees.
stick. It's the stick.
Well, oh, you said stick? Okay. I was like, what? All right.
Michael,
if I go to about,
shame on you.
audio problems. Oh, wait, this is different. It's simple. Solve my riddles and you find my gold. Treasure hunt number 1, difficulty of a scale of 1 to Forest Fen. I would rate this a 4. In one respect, at least the Martians are a happy people. They have no lawyers. And this right here also is a cipher. And this translates to, and you have to use the same keyword on this cipher, translates to twins guard the gold. Now, we don't know who the twins are, and we don't know where the gold is. But
well, when we talked about this briefly earlier, I said, isn't there a Twin Cities?
Yeah, that's true. St. Louis, I think, right? And Minnesota is the Twin Cities. But again, yeah, Forest Fen Aftermath says my wife heard that very wrong. Yeah, so did I. I actually heard it wrong.
What's wrong with all of you people?
I know. But if we go back to clue number 1, everybody, and clue number 1, which he was nice enough to put in the description, to search Will's land, I wonder if the will has got something to do with dendrology, which is the scientific study of trees. An arbor.
Oh, like a willow?
Oh, yeah, there you go. Yeah, I didn't make that connection. An arborist, if I can spell that right, is a tree surgeon. So there's something going on with nature, something going on with trees. Who is Will? I don't know if the other clues are supposed to help us with that. I was actually going to go over these clue by clue, but it sounds like we have a lot of other stuff to talk about. So we're just getting the word out there that this is one of the rides in the Treasure Hunting Amusement Park. This one is on YouTube. Everything will be put out right here.
More importantly, this one is on Thor and people are discussing it. So go after this is done. I'd like you to go to Hint of Riches because it is a great site. And if you guys want me to make a private area, I certainly can too. You have to be registered then.
Hintofriches.com is a pretty cool forum. Look at, we got Beacon Star. We got a Beacon Star working group that nobody's supposed to see.
Yeah, nobody's supposed to see that.
Mr. Clue, The Secret, Vegas Die, which is an upcoming one, Forest Fens Hunt, Treasure Man, General Hunts, off topic. So if we go to Mr. Clue, look at these. All right, we got a couple posts already. So I have not even been in here yet. I've been so busy, I haven't been on Thor in quite a while, other than the Beacon Star. I've been in
blah, blah, blah.
That is Mr. Clue on YouTube.
Okay. I feel like Mr. Clue is MEH. Certainly could be, because he's said, I think he was in here the other day and saying he's a mathematician. But the Twin Cities is too busy, and he mentions turning away from the place with a lot of people. Ooh, JBR knows more than some of us. I would like to really figure out the general area it's in to see if I'm even interested, because that's, for me, I want to know, am I totally out of the area? If it's up in Washington, I don't know a lot of people in Washington. If it's, I don't know. Yeah, but it sounds.
Is the 13th cask been found? I heard the guy decided to take it back, but is the solution known for the 13th cask? Because she says it ends up being in Louisville, Kentucky. But do we know that? I thought it was still, people still had to figure out the riddle.
I heard that he took the cash, but he left something that wasn't of value or something. Or he took the cash, but still, if you find the location, you get the gem that goes to it or something. But yeah, there's a little bit of drama in that chase, or that hunt. And there was some arguments between some people. So they went and they dug it back up or took it back. But some people, so I don't know the latest update to that. So
that's awesome. Somebody just emailed me all the Mr. Clue clues in a Word document. So thank you. I appreciate that. We'll do a future show, maybe.
Minotaur knows. Minotaur said, "Don't even get me started with the 13 cast."
But is the solution out or is it not out? That's all.
I don't believe so. I don't believe so. Yeah, and there was a couple of the kind of negative nillies that were like, "Oh, it's fine. Any hunt, just like you said, if Forrest wants to go and pick it back up the day before you go out boots on the ground, you think that's okay? I don't." So Mike's wrong. It's okay.
I don't know about this Thursday, but I thought we'd do a show on what we think are the best qualities of a treasure hunt. Remember we talked about it?
I have a spreadsheet.
Yeah, so I thought we'd do a show and see what the chat thinks. Like, a treasure hunt, armchair, boots on the ground, proxy item, actual item. How should the clues be presented? You know, that kind of stuff. And we would just go over
the
what we
structure
think.
of it. Does the creator interface? Does he give clues or
Right.
she give clues at certain intervals of time? Is
Mhm.
it a Facebook? Should it be driven out of Facebook? Should it have a website? Should it have all of those? You know, those sorts of things.
Dolo says, I'm going to solve Mr. Clue and add it to my prize winnings. That's
Ah,
awesome. That's
that
awesome.
would be awesome. We could have a battle of the creators. Oh, like
Yeah. Battle of the creators. That's pretty cool.
yeah,
10 ounces of 24 karat gold is like $18,000, everybody. So that's awesome.
yeah.
And just so everybody knows, oh, there's Mr. Clue. I will solve the Enigma of Dolos. You guys can go head to head. Just so you know, Mr. Clue is a boots on the ground treasure hunt. You have to go there. Enigma of Dolos is not. Enigma of Dolos, when you solve that, you get a Gmail address and you email your solve to somebody. So one is a true armchair. You don't have to leave your chair. The other one is a true boots on the ground. Hopefully, I mean, you have to solve something in Mr. Clue to know where to go. So hopefully you know where you're
Some
going.
people are already boots on the ground. And I will say, somebody said proxy items a must, so you know when it's been found. And the second person said, number one, if you say there's a prize, there should be a prize. And I agree. So that's why if Forrest Fenn says there's a prize 10 years ago, he can't just go and pick it up, except for really, really extreme circumstances.
I like what you said is you said, you know what? I don't have a problem if somebody who creates a treasure hunt ends it, but there should be a date. Everybody should have like 6 months. I'm going to end it on this date. And so everybody knows that.
Like Fandango has said, they're going to close shop in like October. That's fine. Everybody knows that up front. But okay. So Nemo is asking, does Mr. Clue have an email for questions?
He does. He does.
Yeah, you'd have to ask someone wiser.
I believe it's in one of his videos, but I will look if I can find it. Or Mr. Clue, if you want to email it to me. Oh, wait, there we go. I have your emails here somewhere. And you told me it was okay to give out this email address. So if I can find it, I will do that. But I got so many emails. Oh, the other thing is, while I'm looking for it, somebody reached out and said, where can I buy the Cowlazars coffee cup? The original Cowlazars coffee cup. I'll actually make these available again. If anybody's interested in getting, it's a 15-ounce coffee cup. I put the Cowlazars logo on either side instead of one. Just email me, cowlazars@gmail.com. $15 for the coffee cup, everybody. All right, let me see if I can find his email. Or if you want to email it to me right now, Mr. Clue, it might be a little bit easier. Go ahead.
Yeah, Massachusetts. I like how Mike says it more. Go ahead, Mike, say it.
Massachusetts. Is that not what you're saying?
I think it's adorable. Yes, that's exactly how you should say it because it makes me giggle every time. Okay.
Hidden treasure clues at gmail.com. That is an awesome Gmail address to have, one. And Mr. Clue is an awesome YouTube account to have. So congrats for getting those before anybody else.
Well, and I will say, since Mr. Clues is in the room, or Mr. Clue, it's no S, is in the room, there was a person that let us know, and actually I think there's been more than one, that said there is a Mr. Clue game, and it was based out of a university that was doing research on what are the best ways to give clues, and they were basically, it was like an experiment, and there was some discussion of whether this was an experiment or was this a real hunt. I contacted all three of those, we call them principal investigators at the university, including the director of the center for, it's like imagination research, which is awesome, and they have assured me they have no affiliation with this hunt. So this is not an experiment that they are doing. That means like there would not be an actual clue, but I find it fascinating that it's University of Southern California, USC, that is doing research in this specific regard.
Nemo, you need to text me. We talked on the phone a little while ago and I didn't hear anything back. Dolo says, we'll be in touch, Mr. Clue. That's hilarious.
Oh, that's awesome.
Wonder Twins activate and make a bigger treasure hunt. You know what I mean?
Wonder Twins activate. Outcast is saying, when is the Mr. Clue Zoom? That would be actually fascinating to do because I think a lot of these could be tackled pretty quick. So I'm going to leave that one up to Mike. I am doing the Theodosia one. He is doing the Beacon Star tag. He's it.
Let's talk about Beacon Star since Randy put out a video recently.
Well, do we want to answer the rest of the Mr. Clue? Do we want to do a Zoom, a private Zoom?
Yeah, well, we've already got Theodosia on Saturday. When should we do a Mr. Clue?
So I'm doing the Saturday. You're doing the Tuesday night. If this one is, if you guys want a Mr. Clue one, yeah. What do you?
Pick a date and time. That's all. So I don't know. When.
Sunday,
How
Friday.
Day when AGK's on. Oh no, we can't do that. Just kidding. Toby and Shelly. Friday?
Drama.
July weekend. I think people are going to be busy this weekend.
Okay, we won't do it this weekend. We'll do it by next show. We will come up with the time. How is that?
Yeah, by Thursday's show, which will be over on the Cowlazars channel.
And Indy is saying, no, don't do Mr. Clue on Friday. Do them back to back. That, yeah, Casey, as we go on for 4 hours on the Theodosia.
So turn in Thursday. We will give this will be an open Zoom. Everybody's invited. It will not be for YouTube. This is just for us to collaborate and kick around the clues. And Mr. Clue, you're invited as well. You just don't have to say anything, but you can listen in if you want to.
Oh, no, you can say as much as you want. And if you want us to send you drinks, we can do that too.
Yeah. All right, there it is. We will do a Zoom on Mr. Clue to collaborate.
Oh, we have several people in. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good.
Email me, guys, and I'll compile a list. Cowlazars@gmail.com. Okay. JBR.
Nothing on my list has been tackled yet. Go ahead with Beacon Star.
Okay, there's a little book called The Beacon Star. It's in Denver, Colorado. It is where the value of the prize is up to about $7,300, according to the author. And the author is on YouTube, and the author's YouTube channel is called Valentine Goose. Valentine Goose, he has his own reasons. Let me show his YouTube channel real quick. You can find The Beacon Star on Amazon, and that book costs $7, everybody, $7. So right here's Randy. He makes all kinds of videos. This is the one where he was drunk for 4 hours, which is a pretty good one to watch. And he drops little tidbits about the treasure hunt, but he's careful not really to give any hints. But we have bullied him into it. He has caved into peer pressure. And he says that when the book reaches 1,000, right? 1,000 books. When he sells 1,000.
Oh, he said 500.
Oh, was it 500? I'm trying to remember. When he said 500, and Randy, I don't know if you're in the room or not. He usually watches. When he sells 500 books, he will give a clue or a hint. And the hint is the page in the book that's a red herring. There is one of the puzzles, for those of you that have read the book, that is a red herring. It has nothing to do with the solution, but he had to add it because of the way the page layout was. To him, it's obvious. To us, we have no idea. And I don't want to spend time working on a puzzle that has nothing to do with the real solution. So if everybody could just order the book, what do we say? Support people who do treasure hunts.
Right.
The book's only
$7.
Yeah,
and guys,
2 so far.
Mike is going to go and probably take 7 times, however much it takes to get there. If not, please don't do that to us. please just order the book. $7. Why not? It's fun.
Searcher says Beacon Star is a great story, which it is. Puzzles are also good, but they're very hard. They are cipher and code based. And I think there's a lot of things in the text you're supposed to find by reading in between the lines. 500. He said he's at maybe 280. Only 280 copies of this book have been sold. It's in Denver, Colorado. I mean, $7,300 is $7,300. So,
yep.
Sam says I ordered 2 a couple of weeks ago. You should have them if you ordered them a couple of weeks ago. So that is the Beacon Star. Yeah, Jana, let me know when you get it and get into it.
Oh, and they're saying progress on the forum.
Yeah, we do have a group on the Hint of Riches for the Beacon Star. And there's also a double secret private group that you have to be cool to get in. So if you're cool, we might let you in. That's what I tell people in the Zoom because they're like, well, how do I get in? I'm like, once we know you're cool, then I'll let you in. The secret actually.
Which means just contact me because I think everyone is cool.
Right.
Now, if you've been banned from Thor, actually everybody that's been banned, unless you have had a personal threat to me or my family, or a legal suit, you're allowed to come back on. So just email me if you want to come back on, especially the forest fen hunt is over. The drama is gone. If you want to come back on Thor, just let me know. There's only 2 or 3 people that I would not make an exception for just due to legal issues. If I've had to hire a lawyer because of you, you ain't coming back on.
Or if you're an amusement park ride that chops people's legs off, you're not getting.
Oh my God.
It's just funny the way you put it. Okay. And I would invite Mr. Clue and Dolos to solve the Beacon Star and add that to your prize pool as well.
Okay.
Too funny.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah. Okay. Wave, I see you. I will note that because there's a lot of people that just say, can you get rid of my account? And I put them on ban, but they're not really banned. They didn't do anything wrong. Anything. Anyway, I just signed up for Thor yesterday. Yeah. There's about 10 to 15 people every day for the last 2 weeks that have been. So it's super cool because people are coming in.
So for the amusement park.
Yeah.
All the treasure hunts, all the rides.
Okay. I made the announcement about Amy. Okay. Do we want to do a Vegas die update?
Oh yeah, I was able to get my hands on maybe 11 books. We thought we were going to get 30 books, but all these people, if you see it on sale for Amazon or eBay, they all say they're out of stock. I thought I was getting the books. They took the money. Then they came back and said, oh, it's out of stock. Here's your money back. So I do think I might have enough for everybody that's ordered them. But Vegas Die 1.0 is truly a collector's item at this point. He sold 12,000 copies of that book 12 years ago, and now we can't find them anywhere, especially being here in Vegas. I should probably start going.
Except for the audiobook. It's available. That's actually how I do have a book, but that is how I'm going to be driving a lot, I hope soon. And I'm going to get through that book. Me and my kids voted. And I will say, I started with 1.0. I got through the first chapter. My son wasn't quite following because he's 10.
It's
So
an
just
adult
know,
story. It's a novel.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's definitely, yeah.
It's about mobsters being killed in Las Vegas, and the mayor is the #1 suspect. So it is definitely an adult story. Once I get these books mailed out, the Vegas Die books, which will be by this Thursday, I'm going to let a week go by for the people to get them in the mail. And then we are going to start going over the Vegas Die 1.0. So you guys can kind of see how the book story is, kind of how the clues worked. And we'll all be ready for Vegas Die 2.0 that comes out in the middle of August. That is a treasure hunt, a boots on the ground treasure hunt here in Las Vegas, Nevada. That is at $2,500 is the prize pool. There'll be, I think, 50 cents per book that go to the prize pool. And what we're looking for is a pieces of 8 coin. If you guys look up the Vegas Die video we did, it's actually a real pieces of 8 coin from a shipwreck in 1680. And that is physically hidden somewhere in the valley. You turn that into the author, you get the money, that kind of thing. So I think it'll be a lot of fun once it comes out.
And you may, I've heard this, I won't confirm it, but I've heard there might be a press release coming out very soon that is going to take it from just what we're talking about. Like we always do, we scoop it, guys. You guys got the info a couple weeks ago. There may be a press release, a national press release that's going to be out very soon that if you know anything about the author of this one, there was a lot of press, there was a lot of book sales, there was a lot of that going on, especially locally. So yeah.
X Infinity says, did anyone decode the suits at the end of the chapters? Some of them were decoded and some of them were not. And we're going to go over that when we go over 1.0, Vegas Die 1.0.
Oh,
Lisa Smith says, I got my Chase Opley and Vegas Die. Good, Lisa. Let me know what you think of the game and the book. I'm glad you got it.
Oh, it gets a little sexual. Heads up for the kiddos. I didn't know that.
It's an adult novel.
Okay.
It's kind of a revenge story, put it that way. Paris added one of those to her treasure. One of what? Oh, a pieces of 8. Maybe he means a pieces of 8 pirate coin. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So I would say Dolos, Mr. Clue, and Randy Pishel, you should solve Vegas Die and add those to your prize pools for your treasure hunt.
We're going to start to have the battle of the originators. It's going to be awesome.
Right. That's pretty cool. Actually.
Because if you haven't heard, here's another breaking news, and they're not on until Wednesday. AGK announced, I think it was in one of the chats over the weekend. I think it was ours, maybe Thursday. I don't remember. Their book is done. They are on track. They are on schedule. And so you are going to see some info from them. They're already teed up. For those of you brand new and have never heard them, Gypsy's Kiss, go to their site. They're on YouTube. They're going to have a book out very soon. It sounds like if it's not already at the publisher. I have not spoken with Toby in a few days, so I don't know exactly what. You just saw what I did.
Wave Seeker says someone just donated another $1,000 to the AGK hunt. The AGK hunt's going to be huge. I really hope they do it the right way. I trust in Toby and Shelly to do it the right way.
Yep.
That it'll be a good hunt, and we will definitely let you know when that ride is open in the Treasure Hunting Amusement Park, and we are definitely going to have the books, and we will be going over and probably doing private Zooms for those as well.
I don't think that it'll last long either. Forest Fen Aftermath says, I don't think they'll last long. They are not supposed to. And I actually think they're going to have enough support behind them. They're going to do these back to back or year to year type of thing. They don't want it lasting longer than a year. They're going to give out hints. They're going to give out information. But as you all know, none of you have to participate because I'm taking that baby home.
You mean us? Candy says Natalie just added another $1,000 to the prize pool and a pieces of 8 coin for Parrish.
Oh,
Candy,
nice.
I don't know much about this one. Is it a book you have to get, or is it just on Facebook? Is there a physical book you have to order and get for Parrish?
No, it's 6 pages, and I believe now, from what I'm understanding, it's on Mysterious Writings forum.
Okay.
You can also make a forum on, but because I think a lot of people weren't on Facebook, I think she also put it on Mysterious Writing. So I think it's more than one place. I don't know where the spot is for I do believe she will give out hints or don't go here because it's dangerous. And I think she's very mindful to make sure not to give somebody a hint over someone else. But she is a member on Mysterious Writings Forum as well. So there you have
Okay.
it.
Candy says it's 7 illustrations for free and it's on my website. So the website that I
Oh,
showed
cool.
earlier, because I don't
Yeah.
have it up right now, or Chasing Indie, if you email me the link, I'll put it in chat again. Chasing Indie's website is there for free. So that's awesome. Just bought Beacon from Amazon because I can. Thank you very much. I hope we get to those 500 books so we all will know which puzzle
Yeah.
is the red herring. It's the
Awesome.
sequel to Tone in the Tree. See, okay, cool, Nick. I didn't know about Tone in the Tree. I've heard of it. Didn't know about it. Jana says, what book? Vegas Die, Jana. If anybody doesn't know, there's a treasure hunt that's going to be here in Las Vegas, Nevada, beginning like September 1. I think it's going to start right around the same time as AGK's hunt does. So I wonder which book we'll have first, Kpro. Which book we physically get in our hands first.
I think it's going to be Vegas Die, but it'll be very close. It'll be within a week or two.
And you know, I'm going to concentrate on Vegas Die more because we will be here in Vegas. So we got to go find it before JBR Princess does. So that'll be a fun one. And then I hope the JBR Princess, I hope that Vegas Die takes us right into Thanksgiving for the Jingle Bell Rock. We'll see if you can get a hat trick this year. That'll be pretty awesome.
Yeah.
All I can say is you deserve it if you put the amount of time into it that you were talking about. She was all the way up
just
Prim. She was everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay. Vegas Die full of afterburners. I don't know what that means, Nick. Okay. All right. What else? Any other treasure hunts that we're missing?
No, but we do want to talk about the Yellowstone meetup. We talked about Chaseopoly, right? We want to talk about World Series of Fen. I would like to go to Thor. I'm going to need to step away for about 2 minutes. So you tell me which ones you want to. And I do have an update, and I'll just give this briefly. We're at number 24. 24 people have Forrest Fenn's treasure chest, and they are working with Forrest right now. So you guys, those of you that are worried about Forrest, did he give enough? He didn't give one chest. He didn't give two chests. He gave 24 chests full of the exact same items that are in.
Okay, you take your break. I got 2 things I can talk about if you want.
Okay. I have to go check on a kiddo. I'll be right back.
Okay. Kids always getting in the way of the amusement park.
Kids number 1.
Jana says, I'd love for Vegas Die to go into February for the trip to the World Series of Fen. For those of you who don't know, me and Kpro have created what we call the World Series of Fen. It is a poker tournament where searchers get together and have a poker tournament here in Las Vegas, Nevada. The thrill of the chase is over. The treasure chest has been found, but the community is still here. The community is going to go to another treasure hunt. So maybe we'll change the name. I still like World Series of Fen because that's Forrest kind of started all this for a lot of us. But we are definitely doing that poker tournament again in the last weekend in January is what we're looking at right now. The last weekend in January. If in fact Vegas Die treasure hunt is still going on, we are going to have Steven come and speak to our group. He will be there, because I know him here in Vegas. We will get him to show up. So that will be a lot of fun. We're going to talk about all these treasure hunts. It'll be a weekend just full of discussions of treasure hunts, poker. Maybe we'll know the Forrest Fen solution from the man himself at that time, and we can all talk about that. It'll be a lot of fun. The other thing I wanted to say is that what did Kpro say? 25? She's up to 22, 25 people. On eBay, this person emailed me just about a half an hour ago or right before we went live. There's somebody that is selling their solution to the Forrest Fen treasure hunt on eBay, and the starting bid is $25,000. And what you get is an open Zoom with that person so they can explain it. So I don't understand people. I don't get it. All we can do is wait for Forrest to come out with the state and then who's meant. And what was and what are the illustrators? You know, Treasure Hogs, they had a video, which I kind of like the way it was done, but there's nothing that makes me think any of these people are right. So Jack says no solution and no state coming ever. What do you think about that? I was just telling about the World Series of Fen, that if Vegas Die is still going on, we're going to have Steven come and talk to everybody.
No solution, no state ever. Yeah. Jack is the one. Where's my $2 bill? He's already lost one. We're putting another one together right now where he's going to lose another one. I think he's wrong. There you have it.
The World Series of Mr. Clue's Enigma of Dolos just doesn't So I was telling him maybe we'll change the name, but I think we should keep it World Series of Fen to kind of honor Forrest because he's the one that brought a lot of people into the treasure hunting world. So
we're going to have to, we'll discuss that. We won't solve that issue, that situation tonight. Oh,
Thank you, Fergus T. Longacre. I still like that name. Appreciate the content. Thanks. We appreciate it. You know, these are all treasure hunts. There's a little sign on each ride that says enter at your own risk. You have to decide how much time and how much money you want to put into these things. We know people really put a lot of time and money into the thrill of the chase, and then it all kind of ended and everybody was shocked. But these other things are a little bit smaller. They're a little bit lower, but they're still fun. There's still treasure hunts. It's still boots on the ground with the family. And yeah, you guys can make your own decision. But thank you for the super chat. We appreciate it.
yeah. And I just love what Nick said. I'll make a bet that this channel will solve Vegas die. I love you, Nick. I hope so. Mike was closest. We're going to share.
Yeah. Well, 12 years ago, if I would have had a YouTube channel like this and I would have been like, yeah, this clue leads me to the library, you guys would have been like, it's in a book. Go check all the books. We definitely could have solved it 12 years ago. If it would have been the
well, how long have you been working on Beacon Star? And I've heard you on the Zooms where I'm overhearing, oh, I didn't think of it like that. Okay, that solves this one. And now you guys have solved puzzles that have not, I don't think, been solved before. So I think it's awesome.
And here at Chasing Indies website, once again, everybody go check it out. She's got a bunch of different treasure hunts on there. The Treasure Man, Parishes, a bunch of good stuff.
Yeah, and Jana asked who made the bracelet last year. That was Matt Brewer. He also made the rings for Mike and I.
Yep.
It says have them make that for the winner, so they get to decide so we had about 10 items. I think the final table, we had an item for each person at the final table, and they got to decide which they wanted first. Copper Dan's art went first.
Yeah,
so
cool.
we need to get
says we need to get retribution for Vegas 1.0. I thought I had the book. It's not my fault. They came back and said, "Oh, these are out of print."
No, retribution for you being almost.
Oh, I thought he meant okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
No.
Yeah. Oh, nobody's more beat up about it than me. That was for $25,000.
Excuse me. What about the rock last year? 20 feet away. And you know
dollars, yeah.
Okay, guys, just between you and I, Mike's not here. You know what he said? I'm going to make sure to take the day off next year so we don't not get it and be 20 feet away. What does that say?
That was I'm taking the week off this coming up year so that we can look everywhere because that's what it takes. So
yeah, so
we are still brainstorming for a treasure hunt, and that's kind of what I want to talk about on Thursday's show. Is what qualities or what aspects do you guys like the most for treasure hunts? Because we want to create one that everybody's interested in. So why not go to the?
We have two main concepts, and I actually think both may go because one is more kids related and one is more treasure hunter hardcore adult related. And we don't want that hardcore 50-year-old man going into and beating up the 10-year-old kids. So we're almost thinking that there's going to be two, but let's see what. Yes, but we've been talking a lot about it, and I have to say for the kids one, I sat and brainstormed with my kids for a few hours, and that was so fun. Okay. I can't read my writing on this one. Did we talk about the Yellowstone meetup?
We have not. And somebody said, hey, what about that? So yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so the Yellowstone meetup is going to be Labor Day weekend. The events are going to start on Friday evening and they are going to go until Sunday morning, much like Fenbury. It's not just, or World Series event. It's not just one event. It's a whole weekend of events. That Saturday, we are going to have an outdoor event. And Jeff from Pete's Pizza is going to make sure that we get food. And we're going to ask everybody. I'm not planning this part. It's Cynthia and Sunshine are the coordinators. Yeah. And they're going to make sure like we're all going to pitch in $5-10, whatever it is, bring your own drink, but they're going to provide the pizza and the, all that other stuff.
And for anybody that's not sure, Labor Day is September 7th, Monday, September 7th. That means we need to get to Yellowstone on Friday the 4th, if not earlier, because we have a whole weekend. And guess what? Friday the 4th is only 2 months away. It's not like we talked about next year. It's coming up quick. So
but what Indy said is they're going to shut everything down before we can get there. And that is the only way this is going to be canceled. So right now they're hopping, right now they're going, but everything's hopping. And now that's why the virus has been spiking. Where do people stay? Blaze anywhere they can. Some are camping. Some are staying at the Dude. Somebody asked if they can have number 4. There's lots of different places to stay. Cynthia's been up there many times. She'll give you good information on that. I am in charge of contests. I am in charge of giveaways. Tony Hemman, thank you. He has donated 12 necklaces for that event. And yes, that is the address. You emailed me today. I'm sorry I didn't get back to you. It's been a day. So if anybody else has items they would like to donate, there are going to be shirts. Cynthia has someone that is going to have shirts. They're going to have a logo, all of that will be available there. I don't know how much. I don't know any of the details. The only part that I'm doing is the contest and giveaways. If you have some clever ideas, please let us know. If you have any items to donate, when we did Function in the Junction a couple years ago, the cool part is everybody went home with something. So we would love to have lots of items. And Tony Henman, as usual, knocks it out of the park and has already donated 12 of his necklaces.
That's awesome.
If you don't know his work, he gave me this at the World Series of Fen. Just probably the kindest human being. But I've met so many of them. I'll say one of the nicest human beings in this hunt.
Brian, somebody will live stream it. If not me, it'll be Toby. If not Toby, Cynthia, somebody will live stream it on YouTube. At least some of the.
No, that's the other thing that I signed Mike up for. He wasn't a part of the discussion, but I said, oh no, he's going to do it. We will make sure to have, if we can't live because of bandwidth, whatever, because of the magic of technology, we will definitely do it right after.
And for anybody that was at Function in the Junction last year, that me and Kpro and Cynthia kind of put together and stuff. It's going to be the same type thing. It's almost like a Femboree, except we're doing it up in Yellowstone. So, and I don't know if you've heard anything about Femboree. Are they going to postpone it? Are they going to do one? I have no idea.
The last I heard from Jamie was she was waiting to hear from Forrest, but she didn't want to bug him for the first couple of weeks. I personally don't think there's a chance that Forrest is going to go. So it's like, just schedule. That's why Cynthia just decided to jump in and schedule it. But I don't.
Fenny Bones says, I'm in Jackson Hole now, and I'm staying at the Dude tomorrow after visiting Yellowstone, but not room number 4.
Nice. Okay.
Joshua Pritchett says, can we hide a donation style treasure? Donations on the day of the meetup.
Oh, that would be fun.
Everybody can donate, but then for a future treasure hunt?
Or is it like ours? They go and put a
treasure hunt while we're there, but I don't know how we would make that work.
Just contact me and we can work offline. We have over 50 RSVP'd, so it's going to be a blast. It's going to be fun.
A lot of people. And if we have a solution by then, even if it's just a state, we can all get drunk and talk about it. How close we were and how close we were not. And Joshua, that video you sent me, let me know when I can show that, like when you have details of that. He's got his own treasure hunt going on. So just let me know what the details.
And a couple more things. Forrest is still buying a round. Yes, he's not buying. So last time he bought a round of beer only. This time he has decided to buy a round. Cynthia worked this magic. He's buying a round. That could be a shot of vodka, a fireball, a beer, whatever.
I'll do a shot in honor of the thrill of the chase. We should all do a shot and just, to Forrest and the thrill of the chase. Let's do it. That would be fun.
Yeah, and maybe one will be named after him by that time, called the Blaze or something. I don't know.
Oh, there you go. There's a contest. What drink should be named after Forrest Fenn?
Oh,
not
goodness.
Dr. Pepper, an actual alcoholic.
Okay, drink. Then
like pimento, isn't it? Olives, pimento sandwich, maybe not a martini, but something. Or maybe we create our own drink. I don't know. All right.
Okay, I think I've drank more with him than anybody. I know that's a shocker to a lot of you. Okay.
I have not received another box with 212 written on the outside. So I know you've watched the vlog for a while to remember that. And that box is actually right there. That box is right there on that bookshelf right there. If that's what I'm thinking of, it should be one of those two right there.
Well, I got a present today. I'm going to show it at the end because.
Oh, that's right. I don't know what it is, but she's telling me about it.
Oh my God. You're going to have to yeah. Sam said, I bet you Mike gets mad. And I'm like, Mike won't get mad. If I don't get mad, Mike won't get mad.
I will get mad. Why would I get mad?
Because it's shenanigans.
Oh, well, not
okay.
Shenanigans.
Totally missed the first part of your program. Somebody just messaged me that you're talking about Theodosia. Now the great part, big bald E1, just go back after this goes, you just go back and replay it. We spent maybe the first 15 minutes or so.
Yeah. What we'll start doing, I think. Oh, nice. Okay. Somebody just emailed about Chaseopoly. I'll give you those details when I get off.
Oh, I can donate one of the outdoor games I make. Toss Sync It. Can send pictures to you and Cynthia. That would be awesome, Brian. That would be fantastic. That's what we want. We want to get as much there as possible. I have no idea at this point where I'll be living or what I'll be doing or how I'm getting there. All I'm going to commit to you is I'm going to get there.
So I would just say this, if you guys want to send anything, send it to my address, which is down below, because I'm keeping that UPS address forever. Well, actually, I haven't thought about moving it, but for now, it's forever. So that would be the place. Do you want anybody to send anything to your UPS store?
No, I prefer
Right.
Mike's. Yeah,
Right. So send it to
definitely.
me if you want something, me to give something to
Yeah.
Kpro, just like the frog that Melissa sent, which was awesome. And Wave Seeker, thank you. He says he's been watching my stuff from the beginning.
And Indy says double martini. That's what he likes. I've never had a double martini. I've had
You should
several.
ask Boris, what is the drink that you know, maybe he'll weigh in. And if you guys didn't know, at Function in the Junction, he created 2 flies or lures for us that we
Yeah.
gave away. Never know, I might get from
Yeah.
Boris for this.
Let's wait a little bit. Let's let you know, a little bit of time go by, and then we'll definitely hey, if you guys know anything about me, I'm gonna ask. He may say no, he may go silent. Who knows? Okay, so let's see. Do you want to bring up Thor? I wouldn't mind bringing up Thor.
Sure.
And then I'll show you guys
Randy.
the shenanigans of gifts in my world.
Okay.
And then oh my gosh.
And stuff he's got.
Huh?
Did Kpro ever open all the boxes you got? And
Yep.
Stuff?
Yep, he sure did. And thank you to Jim and Craig, and there's 4 or 5 people, and I thank them all.
So I only have 3,268 notifications on Thor.
Oh my gosh, Mike.
And then here's the Forest Fen portion of Thor. Everybody can post yourselves and theories here.
So the one thing I want to note is you can see, keep going down.
Mm-hmm.
All of those are just today. So if you look at the bottom of the first page, those are all today, and they have multiple posts. It is hopping. It is hopping since the Forest Fen hunt.
The very last post is Cody, Imagination Center of the West from December of 2017, started by Kpro.
Yeah, there's some things from way in the past. There's some new ones. Yep.
Whenever somebody comments on something, it bumps it to the top. That's how it works. So then it becomes here. So yeah. And we're starting to set this up for all the treasure hunts.
Yeah, there. So if you look at it, I'm kind of doing them by request, but I can add more as need be. Like Mr. Clues, I think is already there. Mr. Clue, I started the first few in there, but you can see it starting to populate. People are starting to respond and kind of get into. You can create your own. It's totally free. There's no money, no nothing. I am not able to. Somebody accused me before of being able to get in everybody's private messages. If there is a super secret way, you guys should probably know. I can't even figure out how to get to many of these sites. That is not
let's start one for Dolos, because even though there's a forum on the Dolos webpage, he doesn't need to know everything we're talking about, although he'll probably create a username on here. But let's make one for Dolos for those who want to participate. Vegas Die, we'll start going into that book. So yeah, you guys, hintofriches.com. All these treasure hunts have hint of riches, and somebody out there is going to find them, just like they did with the Thrill of the Chase.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, what are these gifts we're talking about?
Okay, I got a gift. It's a funny gift. So those of you that don't know my world, I'm not going to go into too much because I was actually pretty horrified. This was a William joke that he made, I don't know, maybe a year ago, and he put up he's on our Facebook page. Anytime I get too serious, I need a William in my life, and it's usually William that does it.
He's always in his truck. He's always driving.
He's always driving. He's a hardworking guy. You got to love him. He's a roofer. He's a good guy. So basically what he did, I'm going to totally share too much, but I'm going to share too much because I'm learning in life. I can either cry about it or I can smile. So about a year ago, he put up a picture of me having twins. And me having twins, it was a sonogram. And most of you know it was fake because there was a little baby Yoda, I think, in one of the sonogram pictures.
And Darth Vader was the other picture.
Oh, it was Darth Vader. Yes.
Yoda.
I will say that my ex's lawyer didn't find it funny, and I was in court, and I won't go into too much detail. I was horrified. I was sitting there in front of the judge, first of all, talking about Forrest Fenn and how I knew this William character, and was it true? Was I having kids or not? All of that, and I was crying.
You have a brain like a chicken.
They actually brought it up in court. That's ridiculous.
We wasted the judge and attorneys at $250 an hour. But here's what I have since court's coming up.
New baby girl's on the way. What is it? We can only see the balloon.
It's the new baby girl. And that's Candy.
Oh, gotcha.
Because that's how yeah. So I want to appreciate, because I take it way too seriously. I stress way too much, and
everybody, there's a description down below if you need to send anything for Kpro's baby shower that we're going to have in about a month. You can send it down to me, and I will surprise Kpro with it in a future video. That could be fun, right? Anything for the baby shower for the twins. That's pretty fun. That's pretty.
Oh, well, and it was funny because you know why it's a girl? Because Mike, you don't have one yet.
Oh, there you go. Right.
And actually, Sam Lazars, when she saw this, she goes, "Yes, he does." Little Sam Lazars. I'm like, okay, this is getting way too complicated. So anyway, there you go. It made me laugh because some of you that know the world that I'm in right now, sometimes I don't laugh enough about it. This did make me laugh. Thank you. It's hilarious, but not all at the same time.
Box of prophylactics, Huey says. You'd be ashamed of yourself. So the twins who guard the gold are the twin babies Kpro's carrying. Now I get it. Now it's starting to all make sense.
I give up. I am banning myself. I am done.
But seriously, if you want to send something for Kpro's baby shower, there's an address down there. If you guys want to send anything for our future treasure hunt that me and Kpro are going to do, shout out to Richard McKeever. He sent us 2 1-ounce silver coins.
Yeah, that's super
somebody else says they're sending something. I don't have it yet. But yeah, any donation you want to make will go into the treasure hunt that we're going to do in the future. And then
and if I see this in court tomorrow, I'm just gonna die because I know you're watching. Hi. Oh my gosh, I will laugh until I cry. So anyway,
we're still waiting on the gold frog, everybody. Oh, you missed it, Kpro. I got an email just before we went live from a searcher, and they have decided to put their solution to Forest Fence treasure on eBay with a starting bid of $25,000. And what you get is an open Zoom with them so they can explain the solution to you. Isn't that
only 25,000?
Well, that's the opening bid. I'm assuming it's an auction and not just to buy it now. So yeah, yeah, pretty interesting.
Yeah, and we
Kpro's
don't think
pregnant, Holly says. That's the rumor. Anyway.
In court, I testified that it's not true. And just like Forrest Fenn, I do not perjure myself, friends. I do not perjure myself. Oh, goodness gracious. I'll mail you baby bottles filled with tequila, a little nightcap.
Oh, that'd be hilarious, actually.
Okay, we've gone. What happened to us? What happened to us? I just thought that was what. And you know what? You kind of go, what? And then you just laugh. And that's what I did. Actually, I told William that evening after I came back from court, and I was crying and I was upset. And he was like, bah! That's he's like, just laugh, just roll with it. There's nothing you can do with it. So that's what I'm doing. Anyway, there you have it. There it is.
I do my open zone solves for free. That's right.
Oh, there you go. There you have it.
So I do want to point out that the Hit of Riches recently hit 1,900 subscribers, and we're trying to get to 2,000. So everybody can hit subscribe. That little button down there. We would appreciate it. Also on the Cowlazars channel, we hit about 3,950 subscribers, trying to get to 4,000, 2,000, and 4,000. So if anybody could, and everybody could subscribe there and thumbs up, we would appreciate it. Would you prefer peanut brownies wrapped in diapers? Oh, Candy, that's just wrong.
You've never been to a baby shower.
No, I've never, not like that.
That's the thing. You take all of the candy bars and you put them in the microwave with the diapers, and then they come out and they look all nasty.
Yeah, I didn't know.
And you're supposed to guess the.
This is what we'll do. This is going to become an official thing. Whenever Cynthia and Kpro are both in Vegas, we will have a baby shower for Kpro, and everybody can come over here, and we'll have a searcher meetup. And it'll be
we have to have a searcher
for Kpro's twins. That'll be awesome.
Shame on you guys. The only twins I want are 2 frogs. Two frogs.
Hey, you got one. Now you just need the other one. X Infinity was nice enough to send one.
Okay, I don't know. I tried to embrace it. I think it's now taken off at a level I wasn't ready for. I would like to ask, as we're signing off here, everybody send a little prayer to me tomorrow, because though we're all having fun, there is a seriousness, and it has been a rather rough week. And so I'm going to try to keep smiling. You guys make me smile. Thank you so much. But it is definitely
Kpro3@AOL.com. Send her something to make her laugh. She does have a big day tomorrow. And she's even going to have a bigger day after tomorrow, because then she has to plan on moving out here. So it will be interesting. We'll see. We'll see. Thanks everybody for tuning in. We do appreciate it. Treasure Hunting Amusement Park, Kpro and Cow's Grand Adventure coming soon. I think that's it. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you thumbs up. We'll be back Thursday. The Beacon Star Zoom is happening tomorrow at 6 p.m. Yeah, Jay Minnesota says, when do you sleep? Exactly. It's
Oh, poker's starting soon.
the World Series of Poker is starting soon. That's
don't
right.
know.
Online.
Like in probably 10 minutes. Poker.
Oh, you mean, hang on. I thought you meant, oh, that's the other thing I was going to mention. World Series of Poker is online this year, and it starts July 1st, and my birthday happens to be the 7th. So if anybody wants to buy me in, I'll play. You just got to buy me in. That's all. 50%. 50% to you, 50% to me. But I haven't played poker in a while, especially online. So that's, I would prefer you to send coffee or D&D stuff, whatever you want to send, or baby shower gifts for kids.
Oh my God. How did this happen?
I don't know. You started. William started it. That's about
William. It's William. It's William. So, okay, guys, we on Thursday are going to talk about building the perfect treasure hunt. We are going to give some updates on some of the treasure hunts, and we may jump into a clue or two on some things that we're working on. I'm hoping to give a Theodosia update because guess what? Tomorrow is going to be a rough day for me, but Wednesday, what makes me happy? Going boots on the ground. I'm going boots on the ground on Wednesday, so we will give an update on Thursday. And Logical, I need to talk to you. There's a few people I need to talk to that are boots on the ground on that, because I'd like it solved within, the next week. Let's just make it happen. There you have it. There it is.
And there it is. Thanks, everybody. We will be back Thursday. Let's take us out.
Cowlazars, Cowlazars, Cowlazars.
You can start a baby registry.
Cowlazars, Cowlazars. Come on, let's have some adventures. We'll spend days, we'll spend weeks, we'll spend months working our way through treasure hunts. Cowlazars, 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 Cowlazars. Mike drinks coffee a ton, feel free to send him some. Cowlazars, 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 Cowlazars. Watch Mike once, you'll want to watch him again. James Frey once called him to talk Forrest Fenn. Cowlazars, Cowlazars, you cannot go wrong. You could even say bovine photons. Now let's get going on the double. Let's talk treasure hunts. Let's talk puzzles. Cowlazars, 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 Cowlazars.
All right, everybody. We'll see you on Thursday.